OKKO is finally out, and after like 4 years of waiting with bated breath, this ENJQ cartoon does not disappoint. With the creative plot, great characters, and fun action, OKKO hits all the marks. Anyone who's seen 1 second of the show will realize that it wears its influences on its sleeve. Nods to anime and old arcade games are ingrained into the show's every action, and it oozes with nostalgia. They never get annoying in any way and never come off as too in your face. They're mostly subtle nods to other properties. With all these influences though, let's take a look at some of the biggest ones, because hey, nothing is original anymore and everything is taken from something. So without further ado, let's dive in. Let's start with the most prominent thing in the series, KO himself. So right off the bat, his appearance may be a little more than familiar. The brown hair, red headband look seems to be a direct inspiration from Ryu, the popular Street Fighter character. It fits really well personality-wise, and KO is essentially a tiny version of Ryu, maybe with a lot more motivation and tenacity, but still the same kind of character. They're both fighters with tons of determination, and they both use martial arts-esque combat. Making him look like Ryu is a clever way to show that all KO wants to be is a great hero and a great fighter. And on top of all that, it's a great reference. There's a character in OKKO that shows up quite a few times in the series. It's basically a skeleton with a cape that runs a picture frame store and always wants to record stuff for some reason. Maybe it's just like a couple episode deal that I just always see him with his phone. But fans of the popular RPG Undertale might notice that he has a striking resemblance to the character Papyrus. I mean, like, it's not set out right, but the evidence is pretty clear. The eyes, the tall face, cape, and body structure all seem to vaguely match up with the character. Now, I'm willing to admit that this could really just be a coincidence, but at the same time, it could have been a character designer that wanted to nod to the game. A lot of animators throw in references to properties they like, so this isn't too abnormal. Either way, it's kind of fun to spot. The main villain of Lakewood Plaza Turbo is Lord Boxman, a scientist genius who's always building robots to try to destroy the plaza. They always fail and never work out that well, but they make for some hilarious villains. However, the whole evil robot setup seems to be a giant nod to the Mega Man universe. Boxman is a very Wily-esque villain, and their descriptions and evil scientists making evil robots kind of match up. A lot of the robots' designs are also very Mega Man Bosk-esque, like look at Boxman's daughter, Cheryl. She reminds me a lot of Cutman, or, a Mega Man villain along those lines. And when KO breaks into the Boxman factory, he runs past a plethora of other robots that all seem to have a Mega Man vibe going on. Boxman's floating desk is similar to Dr. Eggman's floating ship in the Sonic canon. It may not be a direct parody, but it does give off that kind of vibe. This show is basically a giant homage to this kind of stuff, and it does a great job with it. Anime is a huge influence in OKKO. From a determined young main character with Naruto-esque tendencies, to fight scenes reminiscent of Dragon Ball, it's all across the board. For instance, one monk background character has a striking resemblance to the character Krillin from the Dragon Ball franchise. It's not really anime, but another background character with a resemblance to another property is the army hero that could possibly be influenced by G.I. Joe, or maybe he's just an army guy, but still I like to hope. The final reference I noticed was in episode 5, when the bear character's car kept getting destroyed. Tangent, could we just talk about how this bear's shirt always changes to reflect its emotions he currently has? This is hilarious and maybe a little hard to miss, but it just shows how much dedication goes into the crew and okay, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. The scene is a parody of the Street Fighter moment where a rich kid's car gets destroyed and his hilarious reaction that follows.
Oh my god.
This was also referenced in the Gravity Falls episode. It's a funny nod that I'm noticing a lot of cartoons are parodying, which totally makes sense because it's a funny scene. OKKO is off to a great start, and with all these references, it's safe to say Cartoon Network knows its audience well. What do you guys think? Are there any references or influences missed? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm RetroNemo, and I'll see you guys next time.
This video has been powered by Patreon. If you want to give us some more support, head to patreon.com/roundtablevids, become a patron, and get some awesome perks. Thanks for watching another video on the Roundtable. If you want to get more involved with our community and watch videos from Let's Talk with Tom, Voxbox, and more, click the video right here. Or if you want to get some more of that animation goodness, watch some Crystal Clear or Meaning Monday, click the video right here. And please, don't forget to subscribe.